Once home to the kings of Northumbria, Bamburgh was the capital of a kingdom which extended northwards from the Humber to the Forth at Edinburgh, and from coast to coast. The castle is still the home of the Armstrong family, and visitors are able to enjoy what has been described as the finest castle in all England. Bamburgh Castle has a rich and fascinating story to tell. The name is derived from an Anglo-Saxon queen, Bebba, the wife of King Aethelfrith. His son Oswald reintroduced Christianity to England in the 7th century and was later canonised. The 8th and 9th centuries saw the coming of the Norsemen, who imposed their will on the land. In the early 11th century, the Normans built the imposing Great Tower. Successive centuries saw many more additions to this iconic structure. In 1464, Bamburgh became the first English castle to fall to cannon fire after it was besieged during the Wars of the Roses. The castle was restored first by Lord Crewe in the 1750s. More recently, at the end of the 19th century, it was restored by the brilliant engineer and industrialist, the first Lord Armstrong. The Great Kitchen dates from medieval times over 700 years ago. These arches are all that remain of huge fireplaces, where whole hogs would have been roasted, and huge cauldrons kept on the boil as royal banquets were prepared. This large arch was one end of a passageway that led to the medieval Great Hall. It enabled the servants to carry great platters of food to the waiting guests. The narrower doors either side led to storage cellars crammed with food and game. Originally, these high windows had flues built into them to allow the smoke and steam to escape. These chairs remind us of the charitable school that was run here in the late 1700s. As does this school book. This detailed model of the castle was made from the architect's drawings for Lord Armstrong. As the plans evolved, many of the features shown never made it to the final building. The castle was being restored as a convalescent home, suitable for the reception of impoverished persons of cultivated habits and requirements. The first small room was originally divided by a passage into two rooms that were accessed from the kitchen. During the 1700s, this was the schoolmaster's pantry. During first Lord Armstrong's restoration, it was destined to be a reading room for the residents. Upon his death, second Lord Armstrong made it the estate office. This radiator is one of several that remain in the castle and was installed during the early 1900s. Bamburgh was one of the first castles in the country to be fitted with such a system.